Yo, Encore Pod, we back. I'm here with my guy Cruz.
Pancho, what's going on, bro?
Good.
We here today with Molly, Stakz, and SUZI. Great to have you out today. How you doing?
Good, man. We here, finally here, man.
Full disclosure, I fucked up this shoot the first time by not recording the audio. So this is round 2. We running it back. So, goddamn. Shit. It happens. But can y'all tell the people who is Molly and who is SUZI?
Again.
Word. You got it. Round 2. All right. So what's up, y'all? I'm SUZI, New Jersey artist, audio engineer, and I be doing musics.
Hey, yo, it's your boy Molly Stakz, a.k.a. Molachi, a.k.a. the Big Wing, a.k.a. Molly the Monster. I'm Bronx, Caribbean, creative, man. I am art.
Wavy.
Everything about it.
Fire. So, you've been into music forever. Started when you were 5, getting into opera and then writing your own songs. When did you start music?
I started music when I was about 19. Well, I really started music in high school, but I wasn't recording. I was just like, we was just doing like the little stupid wilding out, freestyling jokes.
Yeah,
Then
that's usually how it starts.
Then my man Nico, he was like, yo, bro, you gotta really come to the studio, bro. Like, you should record that. Because he was recording Hard Body. Like, he was with everybody at the time. So I went to the studio. I was like 19 after that. I graduated high school, went to the studio, and it was a wrap after that.
Fire. Was there certain things in the beginning, for either one of y'all, any experiences y'all had that made y'all really believe like, nah, like I could really do this shit. I could really take it there.
You go first.
I never not believed that. As weird as that might sound, I kind of always just knew for me that this is what I wanted to do and that's what I was going to do.
Really? Mm-hmm. In terms of just music in general or being a successful artist?
To be honest with you, from very young, I just always envisioned myself to be successful. Like, I never didn't see that.
Were you taught that, or is it just like you were just in your room, like, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
My imagination just brought it there. Like, if I'm going to do a performance, I want to do a big performance on a stage with like 1 billion people. Like, I want to do stadiums. I want to do like real big performances that people are going to have a good time at.
Interesting. What about you?
Me, I just feel like I could do anything. Anything I put my mind to, I feel like I'm gonna excel at. Like, anything.
That's simple.
Music,
Where do you think that came from?
My upbringing. My grandfather, that nigga was an OG. Like, for real, like, he was that nigga. Like, when I was young, everything he did is like, yo, damn, like, this nigga really, like, everything he did, his whole swag, his whole style, everywhere we go, it was like, you know how people exaggerate? Mm-hmm. It was no exaggeration. Like, we going this places, old ladies are stopping him, like, he doing this, like, you see some crazy shit happening, like, yo, he just pull up, like, all right, I'm gonna do this, fix it. Like, anything. He used to just do anything, show me how to do everything. So once I started doing music, it was like, I loved it. I liked how I sound. And then I was in college, and I remember they called from Miami, like ESPN, like, yo, we heard this song, and we want you to perform this on a fucking boxing match.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like 20 years old, 21. Mm-hmm. It was like probably like my first year doing music. And then what happened? I was in college. I was failing. I remember like that same, like 2 days before that call, they had me in the dean's office talking like, dang, we see your grades is dropping. I'm just there like, whatever, what y'all about to do? Kick me out or some shit? Like, I don't care. I got a scholarship. I don't give a fuck. Then I got that call. I had to roll the dice. Like, it's either music, school, or work.
Music
Easy choice.
Easy choice.
Easy choice.
Once in a lifetime choice. I could always go back to school and I could get a job.
Bro, I tell people that all the time. College will always take your money. It don't matter how old you are. College will always take your money. Shit, crazy.
Sheesh. What about your family when you were growing up? Was it hard for you to get your family to accept your choices with being an artist?
For me personally, no. Like my family has been my everything with the music. They support me wholeheartedly. Like the whole reason why I even got started with opera or classic music is because my mom took it seriously when someone pointed out to her that I had talent. So she was like, okay, you know what? She asked me, do you like this? I said, yeah. Do you want to do it? It's not because I want to do it. It's because you want to do it. Do you want to do it? I said, yes. Okay. And if I ever felt like I wanted to take a break from it, I would be allowed to take a break from it. But my family supports me like completely, and I'm super blessed for that.
That's major.
Yeah.
That's so major.
Yeah.
I feel like most people don't have that story. So that's so major.
Yeah.
What about you?
It's crazy.
For me, I feel like this might sound crazy, but I feel like in every black family, there's people that do music. Like, so I feel like it wasn't. I feel like it wasn't a surprise.
Yeah.
It wasn't like something like to be discouraged about or like to support.
That's crazy.
But I feel like it's crazy, right?
That's
like,
crazy.
It's always somebody that's doing something.
Yeah.
But it's like once they really started seeing me on TV, hearing me on the radio, people stopping them, shit going crazy. That's when it's like they really start.
Yeah.
Start really.
What about your
valid.
friends and family that sort of were difficult with you, let's say, or gave you a lot of criticism? How did you guys remain positive in the face of that criticism?
I feel like for me, although like my family supports me 1,000%, they still do kind of oppose the support at occasions, you know? So there will be periods of times where, you know, they have that whole stigma of the starving artist, right? You go these periods of time with like no work or like no new content or just dry spouts, I guess, that we have. They'll be like, oh, well, what's going on with this? Like, why don't you go back to school? Why don't you do this? And well, you should do it like that. And I'm like, oh man, this is, my head hurts. What do I do with this? It gets overwhelming sometimes, but for me, it's important to have your vision in the forefront. Like, don't lose sight of what you started it for. And every single day that you make a little bit of progress is progress. So like pat yourself on the back, you know?
Yeah.
That's valid.
Word.
I love that. That's so real. That's why I got my vision board right there.
Yeah, you need it.
What about you? You got haters?
Yeah, how you doing?
Nah. I feel like one, I'm super confident. One, so
they don't
shit
affect
like
you.
that don't really, it don't really affect me. And then two, it's like I got sense enough to know like when you portraying your own fears onto me, especially if you not where you think you should be at your age. So you might think, you know, or you might just be out of the loop. So you don't even know, like, you could be saying all of this, but you don't even know. Like, I was with Nas last night writing. I was with this person the other day. You just talking, because I'm not the type of person to just broadcast everything. So
Yeah.
that's one thing. Having confidence in yourself and knowing where you're going, knowing your direction.
I respect
And that's
that.
why you can't broadcast everything, because you gotta let people play their cards first. You gotta that's one of the best things I learned. Like, it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna, like, sometimes you're gonna feel played, but you gotta just be down. Let people think you down. Let people play you. That's the
And let
best
people
thing to
think
do.
they playing you.
Yeah, let people think.
Don't
they
let people
you.
play you.
That's the best. Not really play you, but when I say that, what I mean is, like, don't let somebody play with you or disrespect you, but you rather somebody play you now rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see their true colors
Yeah,
earlier.
you want that.
Yeah.
I be wanting that. I don't know if I'm weird, but I be wanting that.
He wants to smoke.
Yeah. I be wanting people to think they playing me, or wanting people to show
them.
their hand first. Because a lot of people, like I said, they think like you're not gonna do something without them, or they have something over you. So you gotta let them think that.
Yeah.
So you can see that's how you judge a person's character.
Yeah, that definitely makes
valid.
sense. Yeah, so y'all have been in a lot of rooms. Both of you have had pretty successful careers so far. You've made a lot of things happen for yourself. At the early stages of your career, how did you approach networking and sort of getting yourself into certain rooms?
Honestly, just pop out.
Just pop out.
Yeah, pop out, try to network, meet people. Hey, what's going on? What do you do? I'm an artist, whatever. Oh, you might meet somebody that you could, make connections with later on in your career. It could be a videographer, content creator, photographer, a model, a dancer, hairstylist. It could literally be anybody that could just be worthwhile to your circle.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you had a good relationship with Fetty Wap. How did that come about?
Yeah, that was kind of random, right?
Yeah, like super early in your career. It feels like, right?
Yeah.
So.
That whole situation was it's so funny. Like, I remember I was telling you guys earlier about how I was doing YouTube covers and stuff.
Yeah.
So the YouTube covers came out, and then I was like, nah, I want to make my own music. So at the time I was working with this engineer, and he was the one that was recording my YouTube covers. And I was like, bro, I want to make an original song. He's like, all right, bet, let's do it. Cool. So we're like a week or two into that conversation. And then like my mom had him on Facebook, and he started posting stuff on Facebook about Fetty Wap, like, oh, he has a show, or there's this event, or whatever, like, congratulations. And she's like, why do you keep posting about Fetty Wap? Are you a super fan? He's like, nah, that's actually my younger brother. So she's like, are you serious? Like, tell him to make a song with SUZI. He's like, okay. So then that's kind of how that happened. Then we got into the studio. Yeah, and we made Nobody's Better. And that, it was just like so random. I think I was like 19, maybe 20 years old when that song was made. Yeah, and it was just so random, and it was a fun time too, because everybody just like understood what I wanted to deliver on the record. Like, I was young at the time, I was going through a little breakup situation, and I was getting on my cocky shit. So like, nobody's better. Like, you're missing out, whatever. And I explained that to both my friend who's an engineer, to Fetty, and he was like, okay, like, you like this? You like how that sounded? I'm like, yeah, I like it. Let's go.
That's fine.
So yeah, that's why I really enjoy like kind of organic situations, because everybody's just coming through, vibing and creating art.
You would rather that than like him, he will DM 100 people in a day and just try and force some shit to happen.
I respect that.
I respect it too. I don't do that.
When I started,
okay, all right, I'll take it. You will actively seek out things to happen.
Yeah, I hit up every lawyer in New York City trying to network.
I respect that, bro. Because that's what I used to do. I wouldn't do that now in my career, but that works.
Yeah,
because it doesn't. All you need is one yes. All
you
need is one response.
No, for real. I mean, that's what happened.
All you need is one.
That's exactly what
I'm saying
happened.
that from experience.
Yep.
Yeah, but you would prefer the let's things happen organic as opposed to the cruise approach, DM 100 people.
I feel like you need equal of both. Like, I feel like too much of one is not good and too much of the other is not good. Like, you got to kind of do equal parts.
And the circumstances also.
Yeah.
Some people wouldn't have to do that. Some people have to do it. Some people don't have to do it. Some people don't have that drive in them to do it. You know, like what's it called, like imposter syndrome or something?
Yeah.
Some people don't have that humbleness in them to feel like I gotta do this to get where I want to get.
For sure. And it's like, if you are hitting somebody up in the DMs, make it personable, make it like unique to them. Don't just make it the same template boilerplate shit, because nobody wants to be the 103rd person. Nobody wants to help you if that's the case. So yeah,
that's a fact.
So,
I got 200 people CC'd
I don't want the cruise approach to be fucking, yo, check out this new track, like and comment. That's not what it is. LinkedIn is a little different.
But that's definitely what I used to do. I used to just copy and paste. Like
when I was starting making beats, I didn't know a single artist. I did it too. I'll go to the most recent song, like, yo, bro, I checked out, that shit fire, yo, he's some beats, and I got ignored 93% of the time, and then out of the 7 that responded, 6 only just responded, and then I'd work with 1.
Yeah.
That's still good.
It'd be like that.
That's still good though.
Nah, it's really
One
like
is
that.
better than 0.
That's really like
Yeah.
that. So one of the questions that unfortunately died in the last interview was, what were some of the early struggles that y'all encountered trying to get this thing off the ground? Like, what were, if you want to reiterate, what were some things that y'all went through that, you know, was really hard at first that you had to overcome?
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. So early on, I kind of had a very like optimistic, enthusiastic, and I guess more innocent perspective on things, where I kind of just gave and gave and gave. And because I gave, I expected the same in return, where you can't like expect the same from somebody else. Like, don't expect you from other people, because that's how you'll get disappointed. So learning to kind of go with what people present to you versus what they say to you was a thing you kind of have to learn along the way, not just in music, but like life wise.
That's valid.
Word.
That's valid. Anything you want to add?
I think I said like learning patience. Just
Yes.
learning patience, because a lot of times we want stuff at the time that we want it, but later on you see why it didn't happen, and you be grateful and glad, like, yo, I'm glad this didn't happen.
Yeah.
And to the other question you asked about the networking,
Oh yeah.
I had to learn that, and I'm still learning that now. Cause early in my career, I ain't gonna lie, like I was spoiled. I
In
feel
what
like
sense?
that. I feel like it spoiled me because I started, and then I just kind of like took off a little bit. But I knew better than to sign crazy contracts, like with labels and stuff. But I took off like in New York a little bit, and I got with Fred the Godson,
R.I.P. the legend.
R.I.P. the legend. It was over after that. That fucked me up. Like seeing him make so much money in front of me and just be like, you good, and just helping me make money, doing everything, just moving, having our way, doing whatever we want. Then from there to the Heat Makers, big studio in Manhattan.
They're legendary. What studio did they have?
It was called Diamond Districts, and all the labels used to book it out. So it was like one of the biggest, best, most used studios in New York. Just full access. Then from there to being with Fat Joe, running around, Joel Ortiz going on tour. So like, I feel like I didn't really learn to network in those years. So when it came time to network, I had to relearn how to network, like on my own, as my own person. Like I knew people knew me, but really networking without nobody, no manager, me, myself as a man, I had to really learn that.
Yeah, I feel that.
Interesting.
Do you feel like it's easy to be an artist?
Hell no, it's hard as fuck. It's hard as fuck. Like,
Well, we all just burst out laughing because we knew that was a
Yeah,
joke.
yeah,
That had to be a
yeah.
joke.
artist is it's hard to be an artist. Tell them, Susie.
Yo, it's hard, right? It's not easy.
I don't even know if you can recreate that. I'm sorry that we
not
lost the
easy.
first part of this interview.
Nah,
God
let me-
fucking damn.
I fished for it too much. I'm sorry. So yeah, you gave the most real answer. I felt in my soul how difficult it was to be an artist in the first interview. I'm sorry, y'all not gonna see that version, but that was fucking
good,
yeah.
man. We can do it again.
All right, well, I'll spin it like this, right? Why do you feel like so many artists don't make it?
Oh man, a lot of artists don't make it because I feel like they think that it's unrealistic. I feel like a lot of artists doubt themselves and thinking like, oh no, I could never do that. That's part of the answer. Because there's so many pieces to why artists can't make it. A lot of things that you want to do takes a lot of money too, in terms of creating music videos and promotion for your records. content even at times could be expensive to make if you don't have equipment or you don't know how to, you know, you need a lot of outsourcing. So if you don't know how to network, if you're the type of person that might be a little shy or you don't have somebody to represent you, like you might not just do those extra steps. It's a lot of work that you have to do yourself that being an artist takes on. So people get discouraged or they feel like it's too much.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people they think it's easy. I feel like a lot of artists think it's easy. But once they jump in that water, they don't understand, like, nah.
Yeah.
That person made it look easy. They just think like, yo, I'm gonna just go and I'm gonna shoot a video and I'm a rap. Many times I just sit back. So many times, not even to be discouraging, but so many times I told people don't do it. Just from knowing them and them coming to me, and I'm telling them don't do it.
You know their personality,
Don't
their
do
work ethic.
If you want to love music the way you love music, don't do it.
That's facts.
Just
I lost the love for music.
Yeah, if you wanna love people around you that do music, don't do it.
Why did you cringe?
Because once you start doing it, you feel like, okay, this is my man's. He got a studio. This is my man's. He make beats. This is my man's. And just because they your man's, they not gonna tell you whack. They gonna start. You gonna think they moving funny, but really it's like you got work to do. A lot of work to do. Hours and hours and thousands of dollars you got to do before people gonna want to work with you. Or the people you want to work with you.
That's a fucking fact. Also, to anyone watching this, if you think you might be around yes men, go intentionally make some bullshit, play it in max volume, and be like, what do y'all think? If they tell you this is it, get them the fuck away from you.
Yo, and that's crazy because
I'm so dead ass.
I've never heard that before, I don't think.
But I had a point where I almost felt like that. Because, like I said, I used to be in the studio and Fred used to come with like all these features, or everybody used to come cop beats from the producers and stuff. So the producers used to tell me to do hooks on it. So when the rappers come, they just hear it with the hook on it already and they just got the idea. So I just used to do hooks, and then like that made me more confident too, because I used to think that too, like, damn, they probably just being yes men, but it's like everybody really liking everything you do, like, so that shit make you get confident.
You
like,
lit.
fuck it, I could just do anything, like, fuck it. Anything I do, they gonna like it.
That's real.
How did you guys go about tightening your circle? Like, how did you approach the conversations with those people who were kind of holding you back in a sense?
Honestly, I'm just honest about it. Like, look, this is what is messing me up. This is why I can't move forward. And unless we find a common ground, then we shouldn't move forward. Like, all love, all respect.
Do you dread those conversations, or just? Of
course, because most of the time I do enjoy working with the people that I come across. Certain times I haven't, but it happens. What can you do?
Is there a percent on not people who could be squad? Because to anyone who doesn't know, if she meets 100 people, only one of them is going to be gang.
Possibly. Don't even say one, because we don't know. We don't know. Listen, in a crowd of 100 people, it's still very hard. Like 100 is not a lot.
Yeah, that's valid.
Out of the amount of people that we have on this planet, the 100 is not a lot. And to be honest, like, I really protect my energy.
You got to.
I really do. So, yeah, we could say hi, but that doesn't mean you're gonna be gang.
I just learned to keep it separate. I learned that over time, to keep it separate.
Friends is friends, business is business.
Friends is friends. Music friends is music friends. So music friends is not your friends. So that's when you're going to get fucked up, when you think you get expectations of a friend. This is your music friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even music is a whole different world. You can't look at the music as outside. You could go outside and there's certain morals and principles outside on this corner. But once you're in music, these ain't those guys. These people this is a different society. So you gotta have a whole different mindset and learn it. And have it separated.
I agree. Yo, for you say you're protective of your energy. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and assume you are as well.
Of course, you know I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't want to assume. That's all.
Imagine saying I'm not protective of my energy.
Like,
Bro, so many people aren't. No, bro, you know the amount of people who are like, yo, I have problems setting boundaries. I don't know how to say no.
Bro,
like,
I hate those groupie ass people though.
Yeah.
They just groupies, like they just, oh my God, like you could just be around any energy. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm just a good person. No, you're just a fucking groupie.
I'm not. It's just not, bro. No, they're people pleasers. They just
you go around every
it.
crew. This crew talking shit about this crew. You around this crew. They talking shit about that crew. You're just mutual, right?
Yeah.
I'm mutual. I don't have problems with anybody.
Yeah.
Well,
We don't do those.
what is it that you would look for? I don't either.
I look in that direction. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more of a people pleaser, and I feel like I can be. All right, it's not about me. Never mind. It's not about me.
We'll get into that off camera. You're not a. You know what? Never mind.
I have problems setting boundaries.
Okay,
I would say
off camera.
Yeah.
What would you look for in a person? It's assuming you were even looking, but what is it about a person that you would be like, okay, you could be squad. I'll let my guard down a little bit. Like, what are the characteristics of that person?
The characteristics of that person would be someone who's like just overall a caring person and thoughtful, like pays attention to little details without having to ask them, and actually genuinely feels passionate about being around. Like, for example, you see me and Molly chilling, like I'll notice Molly likes snakes, so I'll bring snakes. Like, hey, I know that this is yo, chill.
my snakes around.
We talking about candy, all
Title of the
right?
video: Molly likes snakes.
Hold up a second. Yo, chill. But anyway, back to the point of it, is like little thoughtful things is like, all right, I notice this person feels comfortable or happy when I bring these things around. So like, why don't I bring this? And I'll see, like, maybe they'll be cool with that. Like little things like that, that has nothing to do with like music or like the art. It's just like
assuming
a caring
they're like
person.
at a certain like level of skill, like they can get the job done.
of course, because it's not like you're not gonna have like skills and then just do nice things and think you're gonna come around the crew. It don't work like that either. Like we have to kind of pour into each other. But it's like more, I like being around people that are thoughtful and that consider others as well. I don't like selfish people. You know,
Have you dealt with a lot of leeches?
Yeah, you know, you come across people that just want to mooch.
Just cut that off real quick.
Yeah.
Jeez. What about you?
For me, you don't gotta have much, man. As long as you got that dog and you got that hustle, you want it. We could run side by side. Once if you don't want it as bad as me, you ain't gonna last long around me. You gonna start becoming like envious of me. You're gonna think like something that I'm doing is offending you. Something that I say, you're gonna take it personal because you're gonna feel like I'm talking down to you. Like, for real, I done got in arguments with my friends. Like, yo, bro, like, go get a haircut. Like, I'll pay for it. Like, I don't want you on Instagram looking like this. Like, and that's a problem. Like, because you're around people all day that's not gonna tell you nothing or don't care. They're gonna just share it and laugh. Like, yo, look at this dude. Like, is he laced? Like, I'm the one person telling you, like, yo, bro, like, do some push-ups, my G. Like, get right.
Most people aren't ready for that.
If you're not ready for that, you can't really be nothing really around me. Like,
I feel that. Yeah, so y'all have both achieved a lot in your career so far. Got a lot to go, but y'all achieved a lot so far. How do you go about defining metrics of success for yourself at this point?
What is a win?
What is a win?
What is a win? Less fancy way of saying that.
Damn.
Want me to go?
Yeah, you go ahead.
A win for me is peace and happiness. Peace and happiness. I'm humble. I don't need everything in the world. Like, if I got my peace that's taking care of me and I'm cool and my surroundings is cool and taken care of, I'm happy. I feel successful.
It's not a money thing.
Nah,
it's not a
I
numbers.
feel proud of myself because you gotta look at the percentages. You gotta look at the percentages. If you put 100 niggas in a room, that's what it's about. Sometimes we just look in the mirror and we think like, nah, or we just looking ahead up the mountain. We not looking down at all those people that can't even climb. Like, oh shit, like, so you gotta look at the percentage. If you a man and you doing your thing, crib, car, bank account, you good. You good. You don't got no felonies. You not. You know what I mean? You got time to do your thing. But when you don't got your mind right, then you fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And you gotta get right. But once you get right, it's not a lot of men that's getting right. So just getting right, you gotta be proud of yourself.
That's
just
facts.
for getting right.
People was trying to stop you from getting right.
Exactly.
That's how wicked it is.
That's why you gotta know. You gotta know that you're successful. Because if you don't know, people gonna be able to play with you. You know what I mean?
I agree. If they see a crack in it, they see
Word,
you
bro.
don't believe
That's
it.
why I be chilling, bro. Like even if I talk to a female or anybody, like, fuck it. Go. I know what's left out here in the world. Like, even with music, like, somebody don't want to rock with me, like, go find another artist. Go make better songs than the songs that we made. And then let's talk about it.
Yes.
What about you?
I feel like I agree. Peace is like definitely the one thing, like key to feeling and being successful. But it also depends on where you want success in. Like, where are you trying to, like, this is subjective. First, let's start with that. That's subjective.
True.
Success could be measured in so many ways. Like, you could be successful with 100 likes. Like, it doesn't have to be like 100,000 or 1,000,000. Like, if you set a goal, like, I'm gonna make 100 likes on this post or get 100 subscribers on this channel, and you meet your 100 or you have 20, like, okay, you're getting closer to your success. So once you get to those 100, yes, I'm successful with this. So it's like you set little goals. This is the way that I like to do it. I set smaller goals to lead up to bigger goals, and then you work your way to those smaller goals. Like, okay, cool, I did that, and now because I did that, now I'm able to get to here. So that's how I guess I would like scale it.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yo, I have a kind of left field question for you. A lot of people, especially like, I was about to say verified, but they're about to fuck up the whole verified game, which I'm kind of happy about. We can get into that later. Actually, no. What do y'all think about that? paying for the.
To be honest, I think that's bullshit.
Because you earned it.
Not even so. I just think that the whole thing with being verified is supposed to allow somebody to see, like, yes, this is an official page for someone who's of whatever stature.
Yeah.
Now people that really don't do anything can get a verification, and you're gonna not take their page, or you might get scammed.
Yeah.
You might
Well,
get
you have
scammed
to-
because
Put
they
your
pay
government ID and all
Yeah,
that.
but-
no, but even so, like, you might think that just because they're verified, they're offering a legitimate service because they're paying
that's-
$12.
We got the shit
I don't
scammed out of us by
Yeah.
someone who was
That's,
verified.
I think it's kind
Yeah,
of
you're
crazy.
How was that possible, bro? Whose
do
idea
I even
was
want
it?
to say the name?
Nah, don't say the name, but who idea was it? Who allowed
Yeah,
it? Who allowed it to happen?
It's fucking, but
I don't know.
Nah,
I don't want to put that. I don't want to put that
fuck
energy
the
out there.
name.
I don't want to put that energy out
yeah, I would
but,
say that we should.
It's
we
getting
were supposed-
messy.
Yeah. We were supposed to do a
It's a fake
collab.
verifications, anyways. Because when you get verified, did you have to upload your ID to verify it's like you as a person?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
happened? Y'all trying to go.
All right. So on February,
Just say what y'all supposed to do.
no, February 11th, we
my
were supposed to have a
God.
collab show with a artist from Vegas.
Nice,
If
nice,
you know, you
nice.
know.
It's not actually from Vegas, but
Nice. Keep going and what?
He was like, yo, let's do it. It'll be under my name and the brand. We'll split the money 50-50. Cool. He got a bunch of openers. I posted it on our page. Some people who tapped in with us decided to open up for the show. He took the money from the artist submissions.
Oh, you told me.
And
about
yes, and the
this.
fans and the fan ticket sales, and waited till the day of the event. He gave me the day of the event because we were gonna do an interview the next day on the 12th. He's like, yeah, we good. An hour before the event, blocks everyone on Instagram, takes all the money, flies out.
That's dope.
yeah.
That's dope.
100,000 followers
I fuck
verified.
Saying,
I fuck
Dude.
with
100,000 fake follower.
I don't like
Yeah.
it
90,000
because
fake
I might
followers.
be biased because y'all my boys,
Mhm.
but I fuck with that. I don't condone it, but I fuck with buying the verification because you make more money. You might die if you get caught,
Wait, what?
but I fuck with it. All of that shit, the whole internet is fake.
Yeah.
Is fuck. I don't give a fuck if you got 1 million followers, if you got 1 million comments. Like the whole internet is a fucking computer.
Yeah.
A man-made computer.
Literally.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
It's a free for all. Everybody, you could be 1 year old, get a verification. If you got access to do it, do it. If I could do it,
But for what then?
I would, because you make
Trying to
more,
verify
you
they
make more
baby.
money.
How
more
would you
money.
make more money?
It gives you more
Because-
exposure.
If somebody
That's like the
if somebody's they only did that because the dude was verified and seemed legit.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Yo,
about.
oh, I didn't tell you. The day before the fucking show, No Jumper posted well-known scammer gets ass beat and chain stolen at event, and it was the picture of him. I saw that the morning we were
That's how we
supposed to have
found
the
out.
show.
See what I'm
That's how
talking
we.
about?
Yeah,
You might
that's-
die, but-
Yeah, it is what it is. If you know, you know.
dudes.
You know what? Go scroll through the No Jumper
Check from that
post
song,
feed,
man.
and then y'all find who I'm talking about. Fuck you. But the question I was going to ask was. A lot of people feel like a fucking follower to following ratio matters, but like you, with someone with a bigger platform, you follow a lot of people too. Do you just not care about that shit at all?
No.
No.
It's kind of like if I know you, if I've met you along the way,
Yeah.
and for some reason I follow you, it's for a reason.
Why do you feel like so many people are so like uptight about that?
Because of aesthetics. Like, why else would you do that? Or unless you really just don't care to follow anyone.
Yeah, me, I just take it as like kind of reckless. Cause I don't know how many people I follow, but I don't see all of them. So it's like,
I got a lot of people muted. I'm like,
why?
Yeah.
Why? I get it. I understand it. It's just like I said, it's the internet. It's just a made up thing. So
Yeah.
for me, I don't really judge off of that or care. I just know that I don't feel like I have the capacity to follow so many people, like to see so much stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a diet. You know what I mean? I don't even want to see certain things. Like,
you know, it'll fuck you up.
That is the
word,
thing though. Like, I do notice sometimes I'm like, who is this?
yeah.
And then I'll be like, okay, maybe I don't want to follow them.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's if I notice, like, I really don't know who you are and I'm following a random page.
Type
Yeah.
shit.
Or I don't remember for some reason, but
Do you think it's a mistake to like not follow people back or not tap in with people to try and build an image?
it could be. And in a sense of like, are you doing it because you're being like egotistical? Like, I don't need to follow them back.
Yeah.
But some people
That
you
could block
look
your
at their
blessing.
pages. I feel like some people you could look at their page and know like when you being like who you think you are.
Yeah.
In terms of them being like authentic to them.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like,
I agree with that.
It's like shit be made up and shit be fake. So a lot of times you could tell when somebody's trying to make it seem that way.
Yeah.
Like when shit is just fake and it's like, dude.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
dude, like
Shit don't add up.
you should never did that because now it's not believable. Like it's not believable.
The best social media strategy is being yourself. I'm gonna say that right now.
For sure.
Fashions. You have to
Yeah.
do this.
Type shit like 8 minutes type shit?
I don't.
Let's hit some crazy shit.
Let's hit the jar.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Ask some crazy shit. All right, well,
Let's go.
They brought a jar. What is
We got a
this?
jar. It's called the.
So we got our jar of deep ass questions, all things related to life, the music industry, and everything. Well, creative industry and everything in between.
Oh my
All
god.
right, let's
Yes,
get this
sir.
shit fast.
Let's
All
get
right,
crazy,
ready?
man.
All right, here you go. Okay.
Oh my
I
gosh.
bet.
I asked this question already. It was, at what point in your life did you feel like you could be successful?
Okay, bet.
From the jump and from the jump.
Jump Street, 21 Jump Street.
Next. All right. Okay. You want to go?
Yes.
All right.
What is one belief that you had in the past that stunted your growth?
That stunted my growth.
Yeah.
That people want to see you win. That stunted my growth. Or that what somebody was supposed to do. Like, yo, this is a older gentleman to me. Like, yo, why wouldn't he want to help me up? Or this is my man's, he done did this, he's here. Why wouldn't he want to include me? So that would stunt your growth because
Yeah.
expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
A belief that stunted my growth in the past would be the I can't mentality. There's certain things, like I'm honestly a very positive person, and a lot of times I'm always optimistic. I can do it. Let's get it done. But I definitely have had times where I felt like certain things that I could research about and I could learn, I felt like I couldn't do it before. Like 5 years ago, I never would have tried to edit a video. Now I'm doing like graphic design. Yeah. 5 years ago, I never would have thought that I would be recording my own music as an engineer and recording and mixing for people. But now I am. These are all things that I sat and I learned because I took time and I dedicated it to doing that. But that was all because I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can do that. Instead of being like, nah.
That's fire. I love
did.
that.
Word.
I
Yeah.
love that answer.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
ask mine just so I can head out after this.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
I'll
I
say.
bet. So kind of touched on this a little bit, but not necessarily. So how do you handle criticism of your art?
Yeah. It depends on who it's coming from. If I admire what you do, and I know and I feel like you know what you're doing, then the criticism is good. But most of the time, people don't have real criticism. They just want to try to tear you down or try to hurt you in some type of way or try to make you believe that you're not who you are when they know they see that you are who you are and other people see that you are who you are. But for some reason, they still gotta go to a point to try to prove to you that you're not that.
Yeah. Feel that.
Trying to drag me back down to their level.
Word, bro.
Word.
Crazy.
Criticism is always welcome. I feel like,
I'm that way too.
yeah, I don't mind it at all. Even if it's bad, like I like hearing it because I don't expect everybody to always mess with what I do.
Yeah.
And being able to see the opposing perspective is like, all right, cool. I'm going to take your opinion into consideration, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to agree with it.
Yeah.
But I am totally aware that it's out there and it's fine, you know?
For sure.
Wavy.
Word.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do a quick announcement.
All right. To everybody watching this is episode 69. Of the podcast. We've been going since November of 2021. Shout out Arden, who was our first pod ever. This is going to be the last interview we do for a little minute because we're shifting directions with the brand. There's a lot of things that I don't have the full answers to. So this is going to come out in about 2 to 3 weeks from when it was recorded. So there'll be more announcements that'll happen from then. But we're starting to recognize that just straight up interviewing is not the most efficient way to go about building this. So we're going to test out other content ideas and roll new things out. I want to say to him, shout out to this motherfucker who's been here since day one, helping me build this shit. And we'll at some point in time find a way to tap back in and keep this shit going, I'm sure. But this is gonna be the last interview for a while.
Yeah.
So But we got a lot of dope shit on the way. So definitely stay tuned. I'll keep y'all posted as we, roll out different content ideas and take it from there.
For sure, bro. And I just want to say thank you so fucking, bro. I can literally tear up thinking about this shit, bro. Like, for real, I am so fucking grateful for you, Pancho, bro. Like, I am so thankful that you brought me on this journey and you've introduced me to so many fucking dope people, like these people right here.
Hey.
And I've learned so much from people. I've been inspired in so many different ways, and I've gotten to be a part of a story of a brand that's so fucking important to me. So whatever the future of this brand holds is gonna be special, and like I'm just happy I got to be a part of it.
Fire.
So yeah, for sure. And I got my own endeavors I'm working on right now too.
Yes.
So my own platform that I'm starting. More news coming on that soon. So thank you, bro.
You got 3 minutes to get the train.
Yeah, it's
Thank
actually a little
you.
late. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, the train. Okay. All right.
It's so good to,
Nice to meet you.
chop it
Oh
up.
yeah.
Sure.
Please don't step on the wire. If the audio comes out, I'm going to literally
Stay
fucking
free.
bug out. Don't step.
I won't know.
Okay. Yeah, your cup. Your
Oh, yeah.
fuck it. Last 2 questions. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What is the most agonizing part about chasing a career in music?
The most agonizing?
Sheesh.
Um,
Agonizing. That's a crazy word.
yeah, I'm just like, sheesh. That's
Agonizing. Yo, whoa.
like,
All right, for me, the agonizing thing is energies. So many different energies you have to learn to adapt to. And I feel like it forces you to grow, But I feel like it's kind of agonizing because sometimes it's like you just want this done, or you just want to do this, or you just want, but you have to work with people the way that is good for them. And by doing that, it'll work good for you.
That makes
Sometimes,
sense.
most of the time.
That's valid. That makes sense.
word.
What about you?
I had to take a second and like really think about this because I don't necessarily agree with the term agonizing, but I will say like being an artist, at least in my experience, I have had a lot of anxieties. So there are definitely a lot of anxieties with like wanting to perform your best, wanting to deliver the best music possible, or just like sometimes doing it the way that you envisioned it. Sometimes people get stuck on, I guess you could say, demo-itis, for example. You like that version that you created first, and then you try to switch it up, but you're not as happy with it. That tends to happen a lot with like being an artist, especially when it comes to like production of things. Like you have this vision in your head, you want it to be exactly like this, but you have to learn how to be like malleable and bend and be like flexible with certain things to get it to happen. So don't marry any ideas and expect them to be exactly that.
I agree with that.
Because a lot of times things change.
Facts, especially when you're working with a lot of different people and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I come down to say like that could be something that in most cases would drive somebody a little cuckoo. Like, oh, dang, it's not going as planned. Like it's going to fail. But a lot of times it might not even fail. It's just a different outcome. It's still successful, but not exactly as you wanted it to be.
For sure.
Word.
Okay.
But yeah, agonizing, I don't know.
It is a tough word. It is a tough word. I don't even know if I would have an answer to that. You know what? Forgetting to record the audio. That's my
Sometimes
answer.
that'd be crazy. That happened to me before. I plugged in a mic, like on the camera, a mic.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that I had to turn on the mic.
Yeah. The little shotgun
Shit
mics.
was crazy,
yeah,
bro.
it'd be like that. Oh, remember you told me that the
I was
first day.
sad, bro.
Yo, bro. I have a saying when I fuck some shit up beyond repair. I've only had to say this 4 times, and I've done over 300 podcasts at this point. Yo, we had a great time last night. You trying to have another one?
Wait, hold on. That's a question?
That's what I say to people when I fuck some shit up and I can't fix it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes. I've had to say that 4 times in the last 3 years. So,
Yeah.
God damn. All right, ready? Last question. We talked about that too. It was what do you wish people understood about what you do? Just how hard it is and everything involved. We talked about this too. God damn. All right, fuck. All right. Okay, ready? What has been the most painful sacrifice that y'all have had to make for your careers?
Oh, man. Losing out on time with my loved ones. That's a really big one for me because a lot of time I'm stuck up in the studio or like traveling and I have to miss a baby shower or I have to miss a birthday or I have to miss a communion or something, and it sucks because I want to be there. I miss being with my family. I miss hanging out with my friends. I like hardly see my friends. Everybody, you know, they have their lives and schedules, so it's kind of hard to meet the way we once would be able to. And I love my friends and my family so much. I just wish that I would be able to take more time aside. Which you know what? Stop wishing. I'm going to because it's important. It really is.
Okay.
Word.
That's valid. That is painful.
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like one of the biggest things I had to sacrifice was I don't really know the word for it, but like the love, like the love of the people. 'Cause I feel like we make a lot of decisions because we want everybody to love us.
Seeking validation.
So one of the biggest sacrifices I had to make was like just not caring anymore. That guilt or like just do what you want. Fuck what people think. Fuck what people gonna think.
That's valid.
Word.
Yeah.
Because
I got distracted by the fucking music.
it's a big sacrifice you gotta make because you gonna lose people. You're gonna lose a lot of people.
Facts.
It's a big burden to let go of and a lot to accept with it.
I agree. Shit. How you feeling?
Like we talked about a lot of really crazy topics today.
Yeah, we definitely did. Did. But I think it's dope. I think your fans will learn from it. I think your fans will learn from it. I want to reiterate thank you to everyone who has supported this channel and this page, since jump. And I'm going to keep all y'all posted on what's next. Before that, or I guess after that, with that, could you tell the people where to find y'all on social media?
Word. So you can find me, Suzy, on all platforms, SUZI.
Boom.
Mally Stakz, at Mally Stakz, at MALLYSTAKZ.
Yes, sir.
All platforms.
Yes. So 2 dope artists, incredible music. Definitely tap in. You won't want to miss out. This is just the start of what they have going on. So definitely tap in. Once again, I appreciate all of y'all and I'll keep y'all tuned in for what's next. So that's it. We out of here.